Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be designing a flyer. A flyer you can use for your Fiverr gig image, and it's not something that's very hard. So by the end of this tutorial you should be able to design a flyer of your own, and we'll be using CorelDraw version 17. This is the exact design we are going to replicate. You can see it on screen, and it's for a PHP MySQL Fiverr gig. So just watch along and let's see how we can achieve that. First, we are going to need to clear the screen, so we are going to delete everything here and leave it like that. We come to our toolbar here, select the rectangle tool and bring it into focus by pressing F4. So once it's in focus, we resize the rectangle so that it can accommodate our design. And there is a size, there is a recommended size for the rectangle. First, you have to switch your measurement units to inches. It should be in millimeters by default, so you switch it to inches here, and you come here, click on the rectangle and come to the box over here and type 9.961 by 5.937 and press enter. What we just did was to resize the rectangle based on the exact measurement that I called on screen. So let's start designing. We are going to be using images that are generated from AI, just one in this case. And if you don't know how to do that, you have to refer to our previous video to get a glimpse of what we are talking about. So I already have my image downloaded here, so I'll just pick it and drag it into our design. Just drag it inside. So of course you can use import command to import it, but I prefer dragging it in. It makes the work a little bit faster. So let's continue. Now, I told you earlier that we are replicating the previous design, so I still have that in mind. So now we are going to drag this image into the box that you've already created. Now, normally you would drag it by left clicking your mouse and dragging into it, but in our case here you won't do that. You will actually have to use the right click on the mouse to move it into the box. Once you do that and release it, a group of options will show on your screen, and once these options show, press power clip and it will clip the image inside the container so that it won't overflow the container. So you can actually edit it, so you click on edit power clip and you work on it. So let's resize it, resize. Now we are going to be needing the lower part of the image to show, like not that visible, but we are going to be needing to show. So position the image like this. Next, you come to the toolbar and select the transparency tool. Once you've selected the transparency tool, now you move it towards the area you would like to fade out, as you can see on screen. So you see it's fading out from the top, so that's how we want it to be. So you resize the nodes very well, resize the nodes, resize it to your taste. Then once you are satisfied that it is okay, you change back to your pick tool and exit the power clipping mode. Now this is our original box, so we are there again. You notice that the image does not overflow the bounding box. That is because we power clipped the image inside the box. So next thing we're gonna do is remove the black outline surrounding the rectangle. So to remove that, just come here to your color palette and you see the little X icon on top. Just right click that too and it will remove the outline. So now we are going to give this another color, preferably a golden like color, something like this, and we are going to go back to our power clip and we'll apply the transparency tool again. So let's do that. Now let's write the test. The test there is PHP MySQL. So let's do that. PHP MySQL. Now we are going to be using a specific font for the most part of this design, and that font is Bebas New. So you can grab yours online. I already have mine installed, so just click on it to change the font face to something much more professional. If you want to download yours, just go to your web browser and click on the font.com. So mind you, the fonts are free of charge, so you can get it for free here also. Just type Bebas inside the search box and you see everything there: Bebas Sky, Bebas New. So you download whatever you need, unpack it and install it on your system. So let's get back to our design. Now we need to style this test. We can't just leave it like this. So break it apart and we start working on it. Let's work on the MySQL version first. So now again, you come here, pick your rectangle tool and draw a box around it. Now we don't want the edges of the box to be cornered. We want it to be curved. So for that, you click on F10. Once you click on F10, you see that there are some changes on the screen. So just blue and white. As usual, if you observe very well, you see that there is a black outline around the blue box. So we need to remove that because it's not part of our design. So see the little X icon here, right click it, and that's it. Group this text together and we have this. So let's delete this for a second. Then we still need to design the PHP part. So now there is a way you can duplicate your designs. Now we could just go to the text tool and start typing all over again, but to save time, you just capture everything together like this. You move it to where you want to drop it or where you want to copy it to, then you right click there again, so you have it like that, copied there. So let's change this to PHP. So PH and P. Now we need to reduce this box because it's obviously too large. So we do something like this and reduce it. So we need to change the color to and center everything. Then we reduce it accordingly and place it on top here. So we have our PHP and MySQL. Now there is a little more to do, and that's the website development text. So you change the font also to Bebas and bring it here like this. Of course, we are going to be putting a box around it also. So we put a box like this. Reduce if needed and we center it. We also need that to have a rounded edge, so do it like this, and we change the color to white and the color of the box to a very dark variation of gold. So, and we remove the black outline. So now when you want to group stuff together, you use Ctrl G to do that. So now imagine I want to move both the text and the box now, and I select it like this, you see only one of them will move, but we can group it together and move both. So, and that's what we'll do now. So press Ctrl, you select this, the first one, which is the website development text, then you press Shift and select the box, then you press Ctrl G. So you've grouped them together, then you move it into position. Now as you can see, it's now in position, but the overall text in the design is not centered, so you group everything together again and you center it. Now how do you center? It's quite simple. Once you've grouped everything together like this, everything is together. So now we want to center it against the background. So you click on the text which has been grouped together, and you click on Shift and you click again on the background like this. So then you press either C or E or R or L. Now those are shortcuts, they have many. Now once you press C, it means center, so it has centered everything. Now if you press R, it means align to the right, so it moves to the right. If you press L, it means align to the left, but in our case we only need it to be centered, so we press C and you adjust it. Also you can reduce it a little bit, put it there. So that's it, we are done with the design, and you can export it, save it and use it on your Fiverr. So that's going to be all for today. Till next time, thank you.